40 years old when I had my son, and prior to that, I had never really paid that much attention to my chest. I guess that sounds like a funny thing to say, but I was always small-chested, but it never really bothered me. I was an athlete and active, so I just kind of went about my business. But between turning 40 and breastfeeding my son for a year, all of a sudden I became less than happy with how things were going, and my son nursed really heavily on one side versus the other, so I felt a little lopsided. I had an inverted nipple on one side, and just finally decided this is making me unhappy, and what a ridiculous thing to be unhappy with, because it's fixable. It's something I can pretty easily do something about. So started asking around to some friends that I knew had similar surgeries, had similar experiences in recent years, and Dr. Donaldson's name just kept coming up. Big fan group out there he's got. So I decided to go ahead and make a consultation. I came in actually with my husband so that he could hear firsthand what the experience would be like, what really it would entail. We have now two boys at home, so recognizing that he would have to kind of step up his game a little bit, knowing that I was going under for something elective, I really wanted him to be on board. So I think we spent a couple of hours here for our consultation, talking with Dr. Donaldson, talking with Bobby, talking with Carrie, just really getting to know already folks in the office, and that was just our first time here. And we walked out just sold and ready to go. I think the worst part about the whole process was that we had a little over 2 months to wait between that first consultation and when surgery was actually scheduled, so that was a really long 2 months. But morning of surgery went incredibly smoothly, although I don't really remember much about it. Healing process has been crazy. I was telling Dr. Donaldson that I was afraid at first that he did something wrong because I had no soreness. I had almost immediate, full use of my arms. I felt comfortable. I wasn't in a lot of pain. I didn't need to take medication. I felt like I was still participating in my family, and I was back to work really quickly. So I'm, I think, almost 5 weeks post-surgery at this point. I don't have the Franken boobies anymore, as we affectionately call them in my house, because you have some of like the scar, the dark stuff going on. But they already, my husband actually made a comment the other day that, from across the room, you really can't even tell that I had surgery so recently. So my healing process has been fantastic, and my experience with everyone that I work with here in the office has continued to be so positive, and just a really great experience. I'm already looking for things to do next.